Alright, guys, so today we're going to be reviewing a rather special watch to me. This is the Casio LTP V007, as you can see. Now, the history behind this watch is a rather, well, I would say this is one of the watches that I own that has had the most adventures. There was a point in September where I was attending a German speaking event and I didn't wear a watch at the time, so I wanted to have a watch as I spoke to the other people there. What ended up happening was I went to the Casio store and saw this little thing. And I've been eyeing this design for quite a while already. I actually wanted the one that had black hands on it, but it wasn't available. So I got the one with silver sunburst dial, and the case is, I think, resin coated in chrome colored something, and it has gold hands on it. And it originally came with, I think, a 12 millimeter strap, which was a bit too thin for me. So, or 14 millimeter strap. So I decided to put it on a different black 18 millimeter strap, which proved to be a bit thick for me. It had too much padding on the side, so I got this brown strap instead. Thinner originally for my Timex Easy Reader, but since that thing broke, I just decided to cut portions of the edge and place it here. As you can see, there was a time when I was on a date and I wore this watch, and this girl told me that watch is too small for my wrist. And it's like she was so repulsed by seeing such a tiny watch on a man's wrist. But I guess she just isn't used to seeing small watches on men's wrists. Although I do have a small 6.5-inch wrist right here. And what I'm wearing right now is the Pagani Design PDYS 020. Another watch that holds a lot of memories with it. But yeah, I wore this watch for quite a while on random grocery trips, whatever, working out, going to cycling, and it seems to survive. Even if it gets sweaty, the leather doesn't stink as much. It's Time Veranda 1987, genuine Italian leather, allegedly. I can't confirm, although it is quite a bit more expensive than the ones that I saw on Shopee. So I guess it is leather since it has held up and it doesn't stink as much. And I think your skin actually breathes. Your skin actually breathes when you're using this thing. This was actually dropped. I gave this watch as a loan to someone whom back then I thought was very special to me, and she actually dropped it in a bucket of water, like a very deep bucket of water, and it survived. And looking at it now, it holds no indication of ever being submerged in that deep of a water. It now has a lot of scratches on it, so I guess that's the patina. And for a time, I actually said that I'd rather give this to this person instead of loaning it to them. So I gave it for a while. But then I'm not sure if I'm being petty or what, or circumstances and life just got in the way. And so after a certain amount of back and forth, I managed to convince this person to return the watch to me. And so I have it back now. I just got it 2 days ago. And as you can see, it has worn down a bit. The it has scratches on the case, but the crystal seems to hold its. I mean, it doesn't have any scratches on it. I'm not sure if this is a, a mineral crystal. I'm quite certain it's not sapphire because this is too cheap to be sapphire. But it is a Japanese movement because it's a Casio. It's 50 meters water resistance allegedly, and it is 5361. I guess that's the code for the LTP V007 with a gold hands, silver sunburst dial, and Roman numerals on it. I actually got my hands on a Shopee watch that costs quite a bit more than this and is I guess, a replica of a more popular watch, the Reverso, the one that flips. I just saw that in Christmas time and decided I wanted to have one of those because the flipping feature is so flippy. And so I got it. What ended up happening was I got drawn more to that watch and its design. And it also has Arabic numerals on it, so it's easier to read compared to these Roman numerals. But yeah, as a watch that has survived, let's say September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, as a watch that has survived almost 7 months, or more than 7 months, I guess, it is quite an acceptable piece and it's very popular in the Philippines or in the Philippine watch community. I often see they call this the Casio tank because it is an homage to the Cartier tank. Size wise, I guess it's about 30 millimeters by 22 millimeters, very small. But the shape of the case reminds me of the Jaeger LeCoultre, the JLC Reverso. So, LeCoultre, that's what they say it's pronounced. But yeah, I hope the audio of this thing was well enough, and that's the story behind this watch. This will be my first video on my channel. So yeah, a comparison between a 37 millimeter size integrated bracelet sports watch, which is a quartz watch, and this Casio LTP V007, which is a woman's watch, allegedly. I mean, LTP, ladies' timepiece. But yeah, that's the size difference. And I think they both work on my 6.5 inch wrist. So that's it for the video.